Welcome, addicts. Doing another three-team best ball draft. I don't know. These are honestly one of the more fun best ball formats I've ever played. I feel like it actually gives you a pretty decent advantage as well, just in terms of if you think about it, when you're playing a 12-team best ball, if you need to win, you need to be the best out of 12 teams. Yeah, the pot's gonna be bigger, but here you have a 33% chance, even just on stats alone. But if you know what you're doing, then you could arguably edge that up a little bit. I feel like you have a pretty good chance at winning a good bit of these. So check them out. Again, hit that link in the description box. If you guys are looking to do some drafts on drafters, you get a 50% bonus. So Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley go first, of course. We're going to double down on running back. We're going to take Zeke, and we'll do Dalvin Cook this time. Kind of been going back and forth between Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara. On the turn this time, on the back end turn, you see we see Travis Kelce go early, and Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams. Still plenty of running backs. Let's take Tyreek Hill. And I really like the strategy of making sure you get an elite tight end in this format, just because you don't have a lot of wiggle room. So if you can get one of the elite tight end scores, that's normally going to work out pretty well for you. So Derrick Henry goes next. So we get a rest of running backs, and then Julio Jones, and then nab Joe Mixon here. Love Joe Mixon a lot this year. Looking at wide receiver here. I think we'll go Chris Godwin. See both Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes go off the board, so they're not going to let me get a top tier quarterback this time. That's fine. We'll wait until the next round to consider quarterback. Probably end up drafting three then if we don't get one of the two top guys. We see Miles Sanders go, then Mark Andrews. So I think that makes this a little bit easier for us. We're probably going to go Amari Cooper because of his upside. Let's do Nick Chubb. If they're just going to leave him here for me, I'm not massive fan of DeAndre Hopkins this year, but he does give you high touchdown upside. And obviously we got DJ Moore still here. So let's do Hopkins and DJ Moore. I'm ridiculously high on DJ Moore this year. I see him as definitely a top 10. I think he could even breach into the top 5 with much more accurate quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater. Again, really not super high on DeAndre Hopkins this year, but at least getting a little bit of exposure to him this year will make me feel a little bit better. Because if he does go off for 11 touchdowns, it wouldn't surprise me or really anyone at that point. Okay, so we see Dak Prescott go off the board, so that signals to me we got to get Kyler. Don't want to let another round go without grabbing another quarterback. But we still see Josh Jacobs is here. Allen Robinson is still here. Check out tight end. Maybe grab. Well, I think Evan Engram has the same bye week as George Kittle, so we need to grab 3 tight ends if we did that. Not necessarily looking to do that. Absolutely love Allen Robinson and A.J. Brown this year. I wouldn't grab Mike Evans since we already have Chris Godwin. We do still have the rookie running backs. I think we'll be able to get one of them later. Let's grab Allen Robinson. Just kind of going all over the place right now. So at this point, I'm definitely planning on taking 3 quarterbacks. Probably only 2 tight ends. If they're here, we're going to do our famous double tap. Well, oh man. Well, this is where you have to follow your rankings. And although I like Josh Jacobs, I think he's doesn't have nearly the same upside that we get with a guy like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jonathan Taylor. So we're going to double tap the rookies here again, as we did in our last draft, and that'll close out our running backs. 4 more picks left. It's 2 quarterbacks, a tight end, and probably a receiver or another tight end. Might just go the 3-6-6-3 strategy in these 3-team drafts. It's hard to really imagine you'd be able to survive if you don't hit on a lot of your bigger picks, but since it's only 3 teams. There's a lot of volatility. I actually really want to do some more in-depth analysis to try to figure out what's the main strategy you'd want to take in a draft like this. Okay, so we need high upside guys at quarterback, guys that can give us week winning upside. We already have Kyler Murray. We're going to go Russell Wilson, and then we're going to also take Deshaun Watson here. So gives us a very strong trio of quarterbacks between Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson. We're set at running back. I'm punting tight end because they went tight end a bit strong early on, so I figured we'd be able to, do pretty well and doubling down on some tight ends later. So we're either going to go tight end wide receiver at the end here or tight end. Not really loving the receiver options. DK Metcalf, again, is interesting to me, but really happy with the 6 guys that we got at receiver between Robinson, Moore, Hopkins, Cooper, Godwin, and Tyreek. So I don't really see these guys as being too important to our roster. Really like Tyler Higbee, like Hunter Henry, like Evan Engram, but he does have the same bye week, so that kind of sucks. Let's take Hunter. And then are we going to go wide receiver, or are we going to take another tight end? Screw it. Let's go Evan Engram. So we'll go the 3-6-6-3. That'll do it. These are so quick. It's the second time Cortland Sutton was the last pick of one of my 3-team drafts that I've done. So let's check this out. Alright, so final listing of the squad. We've got Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray at quarterback, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon, Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire at running back. Got Allen Robinson, DJ Moore, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Chris Godwin, and Amari Cooper at wide receiver. George Kittle, Evan Engram, and Hunter Henry at tight end. Let's check out the other 2 teams here and see who we like the best. Alright, this guy went 2 quarterbacks with Lamar and Dak. Got Alvin Kamara, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Leonard Fournette, Saquon Barkley, and James Conner. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Robert Woods, Odell Beckham Jr., and Juju Smith-Schuster. Tight end, we got Mark Andrews, Jared Cook, and Zach Ertz. So I like my tight ends better. Wide receiver, I feel like we're pretty even. Maybe give him the slight edge, going to 7 guys there. Saquon Barkley helps a lot, but I like my running back core better. And Lamar Jackson helps a lot, but only having 2 quarterbacks. Really like Dak too, so I'd still give him the edge at quarterback. Okay, checking this guy out. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan. It's a pretty good trio there. Patrick Mahomes we have ranked as our number 1 quarterback, so that's good. His running back situation is a little bit more sketched to me. Aaron Jones, Todd Gurley both have a lot of red flags. Christian McCaffrey, obviously, great. Miles Sanders, great. Austin Eckler, a lot of red flags. Kenyon Drake, great. So like half and half for me. At least in a draft like this, I wouldn't take risks on guys like Todd Gurley. Michael Thomas, Cortland Sutton, A.J. Brown, Tyler Lockett, Kenny Galladay, Adam Thielen. I feel like he has the weakest receiver core, even with Michael Thomas there, of all of us. Oh, Mr. Cooper Cup there as well. So, I mean, there's not really much to get frustrated at with these types of drafts. And then Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, really good tight end group there. So it's a luck of the draw. I mean, these are really just coin flip drafts. They're really fun. They're really quick, but gives you a quick chance to kind of be like, all right, if I had a bunch of picks in the first 4 rounds, who would be the guys I would go for? So good luck to anyone that does these. Again, if you guys want to do one of these, would love to do them with you. So hit me up with your username in the comment section below. Also hit that like and subscribe button. We're just doing some best ball drafts now to buy some time, but in June we're going to be doing heavy 2020 strategy content, getting you guys prepared for your draft. So hit that subscribe button and check out the Fantasy Addiction Network fan companion. Got all of our rankings listed on there as well. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.